Hi there everyone. You are watching the Vintage Sewing Machine Garage and I'm the mechanic hoping to wake up one of the more sleepy machines I've ever come across, the unheralded but I think potentially amazing Japanese made 1960s Simpsons. This of course is a sewing machine made by one of the Japanese sewing machine manufacturers and in the 1960s, and of course Simpsons will be familiar to those of us in Canada, and for those of you not, it was a retail department store chain and would eventually partner with Sears when Sears was here. Now, they're all basically gone. But I showed you all, I believe in the last video, that I'm starting to get this machine was starting to, yes, wake up, sort of. So, what I'm going to do now is, I told you basically because I'm starting to get some movement in the knobs. It's very, very, slow and gradual. Let's zoom in here for you guys. See if I can grab a hold of, get that knob in the picture. In fact, I'll lower this little hatch. May or may not help us see things. Okay, so remember, I said that once you have loosened things up, I basically put the penetrant, this is the 3-in-1 penetrant I used before, I'm going to go back with it again. And the reason I want to do a second round is initially I was spraying this in any area that I thought might be metal moving against metal, and that's because nothing would move, so I couldn't really see that. Now that I've done that, and I'm getting, when I'm over here, I've got my hand, you can't see on the right, I'm turning the drive shaft where the hand wheel would be, and you can see, of course, this is moving. But what I really want to emphasize is that once you get some movement, if you can safely, without breaking the knob, if you can do that, if you can turn it, then let's see what moves here when I turn the knob. I believe we looked at this at the end of the last. You guys see that? Okay, what does that tell me? That tells me, okay, I just saw something that moved here. And I've got this. So let's get some, now I want to help it move even better. And so, and if you forget what's moving, what's sliding, you can come back, it's okay. And you don't flood the thing because you're going to have this stuff dripping down. This again is why I took the motor. I didn't unplug the motor, but I basically removed it from the machine's housing, the body housing, and covered it with that freezer bag because we do not want any of this on that motor. Not at all. Okay, so what else can we try? Let's see. We can come over here. Remember, I was noting in the last video, I believe, that yeah, I can get some movement in this direction, but then it stops just before it gets here to the top. And I cannot get it to move any further. Now, that could be either because I need more, I need more penetrant, more time, or it could be because I'm not operating this properly. Remember, I have no manual. So, I'm going to come over here, and in the area that is moving for me, I see parts over here moving. And so we'll come in here and basically see if I can give you guys a little bit better view of this. What I'm seeing move without dropping anything. If I do, you'll hear the familiar clanking sound of things falling onto the floor. Okay, so if you watch as I turn this, right? Watch here. You guys see that moving? All right, so I've got more pieces to spray, and now I kind of know where to focus my penetrant, right? So I don't want to just blindly throw penetrant in there because I now have a better idea of. But again, it gives me a very firm stop. You can see when I'm turning to the left, watch. It does not want to go any further, so I'm not going to force it. It's, you'll be tempted to do that. You say, oh, let's just go. No, don't do it. You'll be sorry, and I would be if I did it. So All right, so what else can I do? I can go back and put another round. It won't hurt. Ugh. We'll turn the machine this way a little bit. We'll come back over here. And even though I do have needle bar movement, as I mentioned in the last video, I'm going to go ahead and spray into the moving parts here. Okay. I especially want to focus on right there. That is the shaft that the needle bar will move from side to side if I'm ever able to get it to move from side to side. So that's why you're seeing now. Of course, I'm getting this penetrant. It's dribbling down. That's the original needle that the machine had when I got it, and it's going down into the bottom there. And I'll have to clean that up. So, again, what else do we have left, guys? Let's close. Let's lower our camera here just a moment. All right, so I'm going to close the side door back. I'm going to close the top door. We'll close the front hatch too. There we go. All right, now what am I going to do now? I'm going to turn this big heavy beast on its back once again, and I'm going to come back, and now you can see as I turn it, it's actually moving a little more smoothly. I don't think that the penetrant I just applied was it's not like magically instant. It's not quite like that. Not an abracadabra thing, but it could be because I've allowed this to sit another day. Remember what I said about patience. So now I'm going to come and I'm going to pull the camera back. You can see a little bit more of hopefully what I'm doing here. So I'm going to come over here and maybe we'll get a little bit of a zoom. So I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to come here to the parts that I know that are moving parts, and I'm going to let it have another round of penetrant. And there's diminishing returns here, obviously. This is, you can keep doing this. It doesn't mean that it's just going to solve all the problems. However, I am of the mindset that, progress is coming, right? We're seeing the progress. So, they say if something is not working, you don't want to keep doing the same thing. But in our case, hey, it seems to be working. So I'm going to put a little bit down here underneath the shuttle, down there. All right. So again, let this sit overnight. And so far, I'm fairly happy with what the 3-in-1 is doing. And I'm hoping, and I've got my hand over here on the drive shaft, and again, just turning it to see if I can, I missed the spot right there. When you get the machine to move, as the parts move, they pull some of this, in this case, penetrant. The same thing happens when you have sewing machine oil. It pulls it into the areas that you want it. So we'll let that sit overnight, and in the morning, I'll have a look and see if I can wake this machine up. Yes, I still have to replace the grease down here, but that's not causing our issues. I also need to inspect my feed dogs because I'm probably going to have penetrant mixed with lint. But as all of you know, I normally, let's put this back up right. I normally start at the top and work my way down by cleaning with dust and lint. And then I go back and do the same thing top to bottom, work my way down with sewing machine oil. But in this case, because the machine was so frozen, and I did remove a lot of the dust before I started, but I may have missed some here. And if I did, the machine, I'll just have to clean it out. I'll have to clean out the mud, and shame on me. I should probably not have done that. But I really was so curious to see, can I get this machine to wake up? It's starting to stir. Still cranky. What did Han Solo once say to Luke Skywalker when he got his first, when he had some success? He said, "Don't get cocky, kid." Well, I have to remember that advice when it comes to solving cranky sewing machines. So again, if any of you have a manual on this, let me know, because this is, now I wonder, let's see, if I put this up, will it turn? Nope. Doesn't seem to matter whether I have hold of this or not. So I don't know. I don't know why it is stuck here. I'm going to have to figure that out, guys, because until I do, this machine is it's in dry dock, right? It's not going to be able to sew. I can't even test stitch on it, much less put it in the hands of a new owner. I just can't do that until I'm satisfied that it is ready to go. So cross your fingers, and you know, if you're interested in following along, we'll see what happens with The Simpsons. And if you have not done so, please consider supporting my channel. You can click the link at the Buy Me a Coffee. It'll take you right to my page. And you can donate at whatever level you would like. It would go a long way to help me purchase more of these machines, because they're out there. And I know many of my viewers, you see them out there too. And hopefully as I get these machines, with your help, I'll bring the machines here. We'll you know, keep going through various techniques, because the techniques do differ based on the machine and the model and the features it has. And hopefully that will help those of you who watch the channel to restore your machines, because we need more people out there to save these things. You know, my work here is like, you know, there are millions of these machines out there, so I'm hoping we get more people who are interested, if not interested in collecting them. I'm not a collector. Some of my viewers are, but if you're not a collector, maybe you're just a sewing machine rescuer, right? And the more of us that can do this, the more of these machines we can put back out there and show them to people, especially a new generation of sewers who are not even aware that consumer products were once made to last. Thanks all for watching. We'll see you next time.